Today we are going to have a smaller class, but really it is a meaningful class. And our today's class is all about risk management. So if somebody amongst us is thinking whether should I start trading or not, so I would say after attending today's class, you are free. If you want, you can do the trading. So name of our class is risk management. How to manage the risk. What is the smaller amount of capital that I need to have with me? I'm taking an example of 1 lakh rupees. Let's say I have a capital of 1 lakh rupees with me. It can be 10,000, it can be any amount, but I'm taking it as 1 lakh. And if my capital is 1 lakh, my risk per trade would be 1,000 rupees. That means 1% of my capital. If my capital is 10 lakh, I can increase my risk up to 10,000. If my capital is 10,000, my risk would be 100 rupees per trade. So, how would I calculate how much risk do I need to take? How much quantity do I need to buy? So, the quantity that I'm going to buy, quantity to buy or sell, how it will be determined? It will be determined by risk per trade upon May entry minus stop loss level. Entry minus stop loss level. For example, HDFC Bank. In HDFC Bank, there is a beautiful weekly demand zone, and here it is. Here it is. Let me close all other things that have opened up. And if I plan my entry somewhat here, as it has two leg outs, plus after a reversal, quick reversal, it has also given closing above the uh, topmost supply zone also. So ultimate this entire up move started either from here or from here. This is the origin, but yes, this is also a excellent, you can say, demand zone. Why it is excellent demand zone? Both the EMAs are traveling through the zone. We will discuss this thing in our EMA class. How EMA traveling through zone makes even zone much better, or you can say the far better. So if I am taking 1708 as entry and 1663.70 as my stop loss, so entry minus stop loss is 45 rupees. Entry minus stop loss is 45 rupees. Now what is the calculation? Calculation is risk per trade, that is 1000 rupees divided by entry minus stop loss. Our entry minus stop loss comes to 45 rupees. How does this 45 come? 1708 minus 1663. 1708 minus 1663 is equals to 45. So how much quantity should I buy? I simply divide it. 90, 10, 22, approximate 22 units I can buy. So if I have to trade in HDFC, my risk per trade would be 1000, and target initially I can keep it as 2 raised to 1. On safer side, I can keep it as 2 raised to 1, or for intermediate time frame I can also keep it like that. So there is no intermediate time frame supply zone. What I can do initially, I can keep it as 2 raised to 1. So here I keep it like 2.5 raised to 1. Even this is good. This is achievable and attainable. No worries about it. So here I have 1000 rupees to lose, and if I will gain, I have 2.5 times. That means 2500 to gain. So if I will lose, I will lose 1000. If I will gain, I will gain 2500. So in this way, in every trade, my loss would be maximum 1000. That is 1% of my trade. Why to keep it 1000? Because if I take risk more than 1%, let it be I take trade as my stop loss as 10%, it could be that I would lose my 10% of capital in first trade itself, And in next trade I might not be able to satisfy myself or convince myself that I should take the next trade, because I will lose too much in the very first trade. See, after taking the entry, you are not allowed to modify the stop loss or the target. Once the entry is taken, before the entry is taken, you can go on any smaller time frame. Suppose you are saying 1708 might not be my entry, you can go to the daily time frame, you can check, or you can change your entry or stop loss or whatsoever level you want to. Suppose I go on daily time frame and I feel like ये weekly का है, तो weekly में I should go on a, there is no good execution on daily time frame, there is no good execution on daily time frame, so I would keep my entry here only on 1643, and my stop loss would be here only. I'm not going to change it anymore. And I won't take entry on weekly, I will take entry here, and I will keep my target on this point. So once you have decided that this it would be your entry, this it would be your stop loss, this it would be your target, before taking entry you can change your SL, you can change your target, or you can change even your entry also. But once the entry is taken, you are not allowed to change either of the three things. Whatsoever changes you have to do it prior to taking the entry. Once, if, what if the price is coming down, what if price is coming down and price get reversal from this weekly demand zone only, it does not hit to your level, that's okay. Stay relaxed, stay calm, no need to get panic. एंट्री ऊपर बढ़ के नहीं लेनी. It should not happen that if you could not get entry here, then you have plotted your entry instead of here, you are taking entry on the upper part, like you are entry taking your entry on here, because when your entry was here, your stop loss was 23 rupees. So as per 23 rupees of calculation, as per 23 rupees of calculation, that is the difference between entry and stop loss. You might have taken, let it be 25 rupees was, so you might have taken 40 units. But what if the price has increased to the upper end until here, and you take your entry here, so now the stop loss become 90 rupees. Now the units that you are going to buy won't be 40, it would be somewhere around 11 units. 11 units. So your entire system will change, your entire target will change, your entire stop loss will change, you won't be able to manage your risk. This is the reason you are not allowed to change the entry, target, or stop loss. If the entry is missed, let it be. You are not allowed to take re-entry. Mistakes that we commonly do while taking the trade: not to get exit, not to get exit on stop loss. What we think? Oh, SL has written, no worries. When the price will come cost to cost, I will sell. Why should I sell on loss? So we don't sell on loss and we wait for cost to cost. This is even more dangerous. And what we feel is कि कभी तो प्राइस ऊपर आ ही जाएगा, क्योंकि नीचे जाता है तो ऊपर आ ही जाता है. Let it be you have taken certain stock. Just take an example of this stock, JP Associates, Jayaprakash Associates. Suppose there it was a beautiful yearly demand zone that you have marked. Very beautiful yearly demand zone. Suppose price has not approached until this area. प्राइस इधर तक अभी पहुंचा ही नहीं है, प्राइस इधर है, and you have planned to take entry. What happens what happens, price enter into this area, price do not react and price breaches this area, and you are still hopeful from some point in time price is going to get reversal. My dear friend, if you would have taken entry on this point, 9 rupees 76 paisa or 10 rupees, and your stop loss was somewhere around 6 rupees, तो 4 रुपए के हिसाब से you might have taken 250 units. You might have taken 250 units. अगर आपने स्टॉप लॉस पे एग्जिट नहीं किया, अगर आप एग्जिट कर जाते, योर लॉस कुड हैव बीन 1000 rupees, बट एज यू डिड नॉट exited on loss, so अभी जो 6 रुपए में चीज बिकनी थी, that has come down to 3.51 and it has not yet taken reversal. इसने अभी भी रिवर्सल नहीं लिया, तो आपका जो लॉस है वो अनलिमिटेड हो जाएगा. So make sure before taking entry, there is a rule in stock market: define your exit before your entry. Though this price is running from another half yearly demand zone, the proximal line of another half yearly demand zone, it is reacting from there. And अगर आप यहाँ पे स्टॉप लॉस लेके एग्जिट कर जाते और दोबारा आप एंट्री कर लेते लोअर पॉइंट पे इस जगह, तो इवन आफ्टर लूजिंग 1000 रुपीज, यू कुड हैव, कि जब प्राइस आपके लेवल तक आएगा 9 रुपए 76 पैसे तक, you might be making handsome amount of money. You might be making 3:1. Even after losing 1 rupee, you might be gaining 2 rupees or 3 rupees. See, 2 rupees 80 पैसा से प्राइस चला. अगर आप यहाँ अपना स्टॉप लॉस रखते हैं ऑलमोस्ट जीरो पे, अगर मैं 2 रुपये 80 पैसे में ले रहा हूँ और मेरा पूरा का पूरा स्टॉप लॉस ही है, तो मैं कितने यूनिट्स लूंगा? मैं कितने यूनिट्स लूंगा इफ माई स्टॉप लॉस इज जीरो और 2 रुपये 80 पैसे का है यूनिट? द आंसर इज 1000 divided by 2 rupees 80 paisa. That comes to 357 units. So I will buy 357 units. Either 357 units will become zero, either my 1000 rupees will become zero, or it will become. And now what it would be the intermediate time frame? The yearly supply zone. And where is the yearly supply zone? Here it is. Here it is. So my target would be 22 rupees. My target would be 22 rupees. Either I will lose my 1000 rupees or I will earn 7550 rupees. It's as easy as that. तो हमेशा ध्यान रखिए, you always have to exit whenever stop loss is hit. Do not wait for cost to cost. ये नहीं सोचना प्राइस तो अब आएगा ही आएगा. And never ever take a revenge trade. What is a revenge trade? Suppose I have lost certain amount in this JP Associates only. You know, once upon a time, this JP Associate was as high as 1443 rupees, and right now it is being traded at 3 rupees 51 paisa. Just think about it. 1400 का शेयर 3.5 रुपए का रह गया. देर इज नो वैल्यूएशन लेफ्ट. अगर आप इसमें कहीं बीच में अटक गए होते, यू माइट हैव टेकन एंट्री समवेयर ऑन द अपर साइड, और ये सोचते कभी ना कभी तो प्राइस आएगा. यहां पर आपने लिया होता, सपोज आपको लगता है यार दिस इज द एक्सीलेंट डिमांड जोन, यू नो इट इज अ काइंड ऑफ एंटायर रिवर्सल. यहाँ से तो प्राइस एकदम रिवर्स होके गया है और 1443 दिख रहा है साफ. यहाँ पर बहुत तगड़ा डिमांड जोन है. इट कैन नॉट गेट ब्रीच. इट्स अ मंथली डिमांड जोन. बट व्हाट हैपेंड, एंड यू हैव टेकन एंट्री एंड यू आर स्टिल थिंकिंग कि यार कभी ना कभी तो ये प्राइस आएगा ही. जस्ट थिंक अबाउट इट. 2008 से 2025 हो गया. your capital will end up to zero and the price is never going to get upside from here. This is the reason. रिवेंज ट्रेड नहीं लेनी. एक स्टॉक जिसने आपको लॉस पहुंचा दिया, टेक स्टॉप लॉस, एग्जिट फ्रॉम देयर, फाइंड आउट अनदर अपॉर्चुनिटीज. वी आर नॉट शॉर्ट ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटीज. देयर आर 6-7,000 स्टॉक्स. अकेले 500 स्टॉक तो बिग ट्रेड लिस्ट के अंदर है. मोर देन 500 stocks are there in big trade list. Even if you focus on those 500 stocks only on quarterly income trade, half yearly income trade, and yearly income trade, trust me, you are going to get multiple opportunities. See, how would you define, how would you know whether the trade is, this trade setup is working for you or not? You will have to take minimum 100 trades. Minimum 100 trades आपको लेनी है, that too with 1% stop loss in every trade. And let it be, let's start with a smaller capital of 1 lakh. Even if you don't have 1 lakh, start with 10,000. Don't divert yourself on different strategies, stick to only one strategy, that is demand supply. We will study other things also. We can merge other things with demand and supply, but the basic of every theory is demand and supply. Trust me, this is the latest technical analysis available in the market. There is nothing beyond demand and supply that is available in the market. And suppose I'm shuffling cards, there are 54 cards with me, I'm shuffling cards. It might be my first four cards are J. So shall I get disappointed? The answer is no. Similar way, if out of 100 trades, my first 3 4 trades or 5 trades hit stop loss, I should not get worried. Rather, I should discuss with the mentor or the teacher or my colleagues with whom I am trading with, so that we could identify what was the mistake that has been done. जो आपने लॉस डिसाइड कर लिया उसके अलावा चेंज नहीं करना। दो तीन स्टॉप लॉस होते ही कुछ नया मत ढूंढने लग जाना। बिना 100 ट्रेड्स लिए, विदाउट शफलिंग, विदाउट डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिंग दोस 54 कार्ड्स, how would you be able to know whether you have chances to get 4 aces or not? To get the 4 aces, you need to distribute all 54 cards. If your luck is extremely good, there are probabilities your first 4 cards will be aces. If your luck is okay or average, you will get all 4 aces somewhere in between. Even if your luck is not that much good, out of 52 cards, you will get all 4 aces after 47th card. Suppose you have distributed 48 cards, what is the probability? 49 to 52 cards will be, they all will be aces. So without taking 100 trades, do not shift to any other strategy. After every 5 trades, please share your research, please share your entry stop loss with me. हाँ, लेने से पहले नहीं, ले लीजिए, let it get stop loss, let it get target, whatsoever it is, be it on any time frame, be it hourly income trade, monthly income trade, quarterly income trade, half yearly income trade, or yearly income trade. That's your choice. That's totally your call. If you are experienced in the market, you are allowed to take hourly income trade. But if you are new, please start with at least quarterly income trade, because they have probability to get 95% of time they will give you target. जो लॉस डिसाइड कर लिया उससे ज्यादा किसी भी ट्रेड में नहीं जाना. इफ यू आर टेकिंग 1000 रुपीज एट लॉस, मेक श्योर नेक्स्ट 100 ट्रेड्स आर ऑफ ओनली 1000 रुपीज ऑफ रिस्क. इफ any of the trade you take 5000 or 6000 rupees as stop loss, ट्रस्ट मी, आपका 5-6% कैपिटल एक ही ट्रेड में उड़ जाएगा, वाइप ऑफ हो जाएगा. आपके पास बाकी ट्रेड्स लेने के लिए कैपिटल ही नहीं बचेगा. पेपर ट्रेडिंग नहीं करना, पेपर ट्रेडिंग नहीं करना, शॉर्ट सेलिंग नहीं करनी. इनिशियली इन दिस 100 ट्रेड्स वी वांट टू शॉर्ट सेलिंग, we will find opportunities only related to buying. We won't find any opportunity related to selling. Reason being, if we sell, we cannot carry forward in cash selling. We cannot carry forward in cash selling, but we can carry forward in cash buying. कैश बाइंग किए हुए शेयर्स को आप नेक्स्ट डे, नेक्स्ट मंथ, नेक्स्ट ईयर तक ले जा सकते हो. बट जो सेल कर दिया वो सेम डे यू विल हैव टू स्क्वेयर ऑफ इफ इट इज द कैश ट्रेड, or else you will have to buy put, or the third option that can be, you will have to buy the future, you will have to sell the future. और फ्यूचर के अंदर या पुट के अंदर स्टॉप लॉस कैसे डिसाइड करोगे जब अभी इसके बेसिक्स ही नहीं पता? then you won't be able to manage your risk and your capital will be at stake. If you take margin trade, it could be मार्जिन आपका कब डाउन हो जाएगा आपको पता भी नहीं चलेगा, एंड योर ब्रोकर विल स्क्वेयर ऑफ योर पोजीशन. अगेन you will have to face loss. So please for first 100 trades कोई एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन मत कीजिए. स्ट्रिक्ट टू रूल्स, फॉलो द रूल्स, सपोज मैंने पुट ले लिया सेलिंग के लिए, एंड मार्केट बिकम्स रेंज बॉन्ड। व्हाट इज रेंज बॉन्ड? एक रेंज के अंदर ही घूम रहा है, रेंज बाउंड हो गई। सपोज मार्केट ना तो इस सप्लाई जोन को ब्रीच कर पा रहा है, ना इस डिमांड जोन को ब्रीच कर पा रहा है, इन दोनों के बीच में ही घूमता जा रहा है। What will happen? Your put option will deteriorate, your premium will come to zero, you won't be able to survive. You won't be able to survive, you won't be able to make profit. Let me give you a few rules. If you are a beginner, if you are a beginner, make sure your stop loss is maximum 1%. That is 1000 rupees per trade. If you are intermediate, if you find yourself intermediate, your SL should not be more than 1.5%. That is 1500 rupees per trade. If you feel like you are pro, now you know each and everything. Now you know how the price is going to react after hitting the monthly supply zone or after hitting the quarterly supply zone. We at least have to wait for the quarterly demand zone to react it. You know entire top down approach, you know what are 7 on 7 levels, you know what are coinciding levels, you know about level on top of the level, you also understand the origin. Then you are allowed to take 2% as stop loss. And if you know how to take the entire sector into your favor, sector means like the IT sector we discussed almost a week ago and 2 weeks ago, we were pretty much sure that this entire sector is going to blast like anything. And the similar thing has happened. So if you know how to take all these odds in your favor, only then you are allowed to take 2% trade per, or else you are not. Now let me tell you how you have to trade. See, your trade you have to decide. But still, being a teacher, I'm telling you, suppose you are taking 1 raised to 2. 1 raised to 2 is, my risk to reward ratio is 1 raised to 2. And even if I lose 66 trades, I lose 66 trades and I win only in 34 trades, still I will end up with no profit, no loss. Still I will end up with no profit, no loss. Reason being, in this 34 trades, I will make 68 rupees and I will lose 66 rupees. Means I am making 2 rupees, so 38 into 2 is equals to 68. Whereas if I will lose only 66 rupees. I'm not telling you anything from the perspective of a network marketing or something like that. I'm telling you from pure and pure rule based trading. See, 50% accuracy is very much easy. I'm telling you a few things. If you follow that, trust me, your 80% uh, trades are going to hit target. First one, excellent closing. Closing should be above, before means any prior supply zone. It is mandatory. Second is your trade setup must be 7 on 7. 7 on 7 means 1 to 3 base candles, maximum minimum 1, maximum 3, minimum 2 leg outs, that 2 explosive and exciting. Number 3, the area must be fresh. And what else? The coinciding level. If your levels are coinciding, trust me, they are going to beat any damn trade. Even if at the time of huge pressure, huge selling pressure, like we have seen recently in 2015, in the last month of, in last 6 7 month, we are seeing the huge selling pressure. Even in this time frame, why IT sector is performing, why banking sector perform, you can see entire banking sector, be it PSU or be it private sector bank, every bank is working or performing from its quarterly demand zone. From where IT sector is performing, half yearly or annual, or you can say yearly demand zone. So they are the coinciding levels. This is the power of coinciding levels. Why SDFC Bank? Why other banks are showing all time high in their lifetime high? How they have been able to touch the lifetime high price? Just because they are performing from coinciding levels of huge time frame, like quarterly demand zone, half yearly, or yearly. If you can do that, trust me, you are unbeatable. Then next is, you'll have to make sure that the price has not reacted from any major supply zone. If the price has touched to any major supply zone, likewise, if I show you the chart of Nifty, if I show you the chart of Nifty and I go on to the monthly time frame, here you can see that it was a clear cut supply zone with three base candles. There it was a clear cut supply zone. This was the reason the price entered in here on 6th of April. The price entered here on 6th of April. Uh, Here it is. And then suddenly there it was a fall. Why there it was a fall? Because price reacted with this monthly supply zone, and whenever the price will react to a bigger time frame, we at least need the similar kind or even the bigger time frame to beat. See, if the price reacted from monthly supply zone, we at least were in sport of monthly demand zone, and we all know that there it was no monthly demand zone, but yes, there it was a quarterly demand zone. Here it is, from where price get reacted, and now this quarterly demand zone has almost 50% pierced this monthly supply zone. So why there it was a selling pressure from here? The selling pressure was from here because of only one reason, that is supply. The another reason we will discuss very shortly, that is harmonic setups. We will discuss that too. But if we forgot everything about the harmonic setup, there it was a monthly supply zone from where the price reacted and the price entered into the quarterly demand zone. That too, daily coinciding quarterly without base candle ka demand zone. From their price shot up, and today price, rather yesterday price reached to the weekly supply zone, where there it was a daily supply zone also. There it is, the daily supply zone, as you can see that I'm marking. There it is, a daily supply zone. So now you can see, even today's candle has almost pierced this daily supply zone. Why it has happened? Because price is coming from quarterly demand zone, and it is very much possible, as we have already seen, we have already discussed in previous class, that this demand zone, this reaction has breached two or three weekly demand zones. Why so? Because the price is coming from even the bigger time frame. This is the power of bigger time frame. So without taking into consideration this time frame, we cannot take any trade, and we cannot think of becoming a super trader or a pro trader. So always mark monthly and quarterly and above demand zones and supply zones on your chart, so that you should know from where the price is approaching or from where the price is coming. Next is level on top of the level. We will discuss it later. And the origin concept. This is what we have already discussed. Except this, other things would be there that we are going to discuss. But if you take these six things into your favor, trust me, आज से ही आप 80% से ज्यादा ट्रेड्स के अंदर, एलओटीएल भी अगर आप छोड़ दीजिए, एलओटीएल को अगर आपने फेवर में ले लिया तो 90%, नहीं लिया तो 80% ऑफ योर ट्रेड्स आर गोइंग टू हिट टारगेट। 80% एक्यूरेसी आपकी आज से ही आ जाएगी by just following the things that we have discussed. Now let me show you how does it work. I'm not telling you from the perspective of any network marketing like thing or something. I'm telling you from the pure perspective of risk management. Suppose आपका रिस्क रिवॉर्ड रेशियो है 1:2। Risk reward ratio is 1:2. Risk is 1 rupees, reward is 2 rupees. एंड आउट ऑफ 10 आपकी 5 टारगेट हिट होती हैं, 5 आपकी स्टॉप लॉस हो जाती हैं. लेट्स अज्यूम यू गेट टारगेट इन 6 ट्रेड्स एंड यू गेट स्टॉप लॉस इन 4 ट्रेड्स. सिर्फ 70% तक हम एक्यूरेसी ले रहे हैं. टारगेट इन 7 ट्रेड्स एंड स्टॉप लॉस इन 3 ट्रेड्स. व्हाट विल हैपन? As you are taking 1% risk, 1% risk means 1000 rupees of risk. So 1000 into 5, you will lose 5000, whereas you will gain 1000 into 10, because you are gaining 2 rupees per trade. In 5 trades, you will gain 10 rupees. You will gain 10,000. So overall, your net profit would be 5,000. If we get 6 trade on target, we will make 1000 into 12 rupees. That comes to 12,000. And how much we will lose? We will lose 1000 into 4. That is 4,000. Still we will make 8,000 rupees in a month. And trust me, you are not allowed to take more than 10 trades in a month. 10 trades, that too best of the best trade, with all the significant factors that we have just discussed, with all the odd and answers. 7 on 7, 7 on 7, excellent closing, coinciding level, price should not have reacted from any major supply zone, and by taking origin into consideration. If you are taking this, trust me, 80% is also possible. But we are taking just 70%. Suppose 1000 into 14. You will make 14,000, whereas you will lose 1000 into 3. That comes to 3,000. So overall your profit would be 11,000. Trust me, with 1 lakh rupees of capital, if even if you are making 5,000 rupees per month, it is very, 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 very excellent return. In an entire year, you will make 60%. In an entire year, you will make 60%. But what if I say that you have increased your probability, you know how to find out the origin levels, and you have increased your probability to 1 raised to 3, and your risk per trade is still 1%. What will happen? If you will gain 15 rupees, because 5 trades you will win with 3 rupees. 5 into 3, 15. You are going to make 15,000, whereas your loss will be still 5,000. Your net profit will increase to 10,000. See, here we have taken only 1% risk reward ratio, not more than that. In this case, you might make 1000 into 18, that comes to 18,000 rupees, and you will still lose 4,000. Your net profit would be 12,000 per month. In third situation, there is not much to lose, but yes, much to gain, 21,000, and to lose there is only 3,000. 18,000 is still what you can make. Just think about it. You have entered into a pro area, and your risk reward ratio, now you are taking risk of 2%. Now you are taking risk of 2%. Just think about your return. It's going to increase tremendously. It's going to increase tremendously. You won't be able, means you will be surprised, यार ये इतना बढ़िया कैसे हो सकता है, पर it's going to get happen. यही 1:3 की ट्रेड में अगर आप 2% ट्रेड के साथ खेल रहे हो, your reward would be 30,000, and your loss would be 10,000, because you're losing 2% per trade, 20,000 per month. I won't go beyond this. If I go beyond this, figures are going to be unimaginable. We are not discussing that. Let's stick to this first figure. बस इतना ही आ रहा है, 5% per month. Even this is a bigger thing. लेकिन ये सिर्फ उसी को मिलेगा, the one who will do the rule based trading. The rules that we have discussed, you should not break those rules at any cost, and no need to go above this. No need to go above 2:1. नो नीड टू गो अबव 1:3. मिल रहा है तो ले लीजिए, और एल्स लेट इट बी. Do not do paper trading. Why so? Because whenever we do paper trading, we do not do proper research. हम प्रॉपर लॉस और प्रॉफिट को कैलकुलेट ही नहीं करते. Wherever we will occur loss, we will ignore that, and wherever we will make profit, we will write it down. Yes, we have made this much of profit. सी, इफ यू फील लाइक कि यार नहीं, मैं अपनी कैपिटल बिल्कुल वेस्ट नहीं करना चाहता, सेट अपार्ट 10,000 रुपीज एंड स्टार्ट डूइंग 1:2 ट्रेड्स, 100 ट्रेड्स, 100 रुपीज पर ट्रेड का रिस्क ले लीजिए. आप इससे 100 ट्रेड्स निकालिए, गेन कॉन्फिडेंस, देन कम बैक विद द बिग बैंग, एंड देन डू द प्रॉपर ट्रेडिंग. बट पेपर ट्रेडिंग नहीं करनी. पेपर ट्रेडिंग इज नॉट एट ऑल अलाउड. whenever you find whenever you see your account live, only then you get proper observation and proper research. Without giving looking at a chart live, you cannot do proper research or you cannot do proper observation. Write down your mistakes. क्या क्या मिस्टेक्स हो सकती हैं आपकी? what it can be, गिनी चुनी वही गलतियां होंगी. क्लोजिंग अच्छी नहीं थी, क्लोजिंग वाज नॉट गुड, 7 on 7 लेवल नहीं था, एलओटीएल था, या सेक्टर का सपोर्ट नहीं लिया, या गलती क्या हो सकती है, ऑन ऑपोजिट साइड देयर इट वाज अ बिगर टाइम फ्रेम सप्लाई जोन जिसको हमने ध्यान नहीं दिया. और क्या गलती हो सकती है? आई इग्नोर द ओरिजिन लेवल. और क्या गलती हो सकती है? आई इग्नोर्ड, मैंने न्यूज़ का सहारा ले लिया, मैंने न्यूज़ को इम्पोर्टेंस दे दी और मैंने लेवल को प्ले नहीं किया. मुझे लगा न्यूज़ तो नेगेटिव आ रही है, व्हाई शुड आई प्ले. ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, रूल्स आर परमानेंट. ओनली एंड ओनली रूल्स आर परमानेंट. न्यूज़ आर टेम्पररी. And it is really, really, really important in stock market to define your exit before your entry. What does it mean? It means your target and stop loss must be predetermined prior to taking any entry in any of the stocks. Life is not a race, run at your own pace. कुछ अच्छी ट्रेड ना मिले तो वेट फॉर अ फ्यू डेज. यू माइट हैव टू वेट फॉर 5-7 days, 20 days, बट ट्रस्ट मी, मेरे लिए बेस्ट दिन आज तक कौन कौन से रहे हैं. इवन लोकेश हैज ऑब्जर्व लोकेश हैज ऑब्जर्व he was here with me on a single day on 3rd of June. On 3rd of June, 125 trades that I marked got triggered in a single day. Lokesh invested a little bit of amount, and trust me, he made 3 lakh rupees out of that. Why so? क्योंकि जब सारे के सारे सेक्टर, सारे के सारे स्टॉक एक साथ डिमांड जोन में एंटर किए on a single day, that was the best day to enter. The same way I discussed how this IT sector is going to give you a great return. Reason being, just a few weeks ago, 1 or 2 weeks ago, all the stocks of IT, including the sector, entered into super, super, super excellent demand zones. That two all together, and I got multiple trigger from IT stocks. And I was pretty much sure, as I've got multiple triggers on a single day, this is the best day to enter in the IT stocks. Why I was pretty much sure on 7th of April that this is going to be the best entry today, because I got multiple triggers on a single day, and every trigger for which I have waited for 6 months, 1 year, or 2 years, that got triggered in a single day. So when see, sometimes you might have to wait very patiently for the right opportunity to come. On the oil stock that we were discussing of 150 rupees, that made a high of 195 rupees in just 7 days. In just 7 to 10 trading days, it made a high of 155 to 195. That means close to 30% of return in just 7 to 10 trading sessions. What else do you want, my dear friend? But to get best of the best trade, you will have to wait. Always remember one rule that I have learned from the stock market. Market give money to the person, those who patiently wait, from the people those do not have any patience. So if you have patience, you will get money for sure, because money will be extracted from those do not have any patience, and it will be given to those who are patiently waiting for the right opportunity to come. Always remember, institutional investors never ever follow the price. They always buy and sell in their own range, and they wait for their range, the price to come in their range. Now when the prices have reached to their range, obviously they are going to buy. Obviously price is going to react from their range. ऑप्शन में ट्रेड नहीं लेनी है until and unless you get best of the best trade. And closing means closing means not just the breach that the price, suppose this is the supply zone, demand is coming, यहाँ तक चली गई और वापस आ गई, क्लोजिंग यहाँ पर दी है, नो 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 नो. Closing should be above the supply zone. If you are taking just these small thing into the consideration, with just one race to two risk reward ratios, that too with 1000 rupees of risk reward ratio, and आपको ट्रेड सिलेक्ट नहीं करनी है, you do not have to select the trade, you have to reject. Never ever find any opportunity to select a trade. Never ever say, I would buy here, I would buy here. Always try to say कि यार ये जो एरिया है, even if this area is looking great, how can I reject it? कितना आलीशान डिमांड जोन है यार. हाउ कैन आई रिजेक्ट दिस ट्रेड? इस ट्रेड को कैसे रिजेक्ट करूं? Why not this area? Why this area? So you will have to find multiple reasons to reject the trade. Why I should reject this trade? Because it do not have two legouts. दो explosive legouts नहीं है. Even this demand zone has not given closing above this supply zone. So closing भी नहीं है, 7 on 7 भी नहीं है. Why I should trade this area? I should not. What about this area? Yes, it has three explosive legouts. Plus, it is the up move of this entire. This is the origin of this entire up move. So yes, this area is tradable. You do not have to select a trade. आपका perspective must be to reject that trade. Now, why I'm not considering any of these supply zone as an important, but this as the most important and significant supply zone, this plus this. Why so? Because these two supply zones are coinciding. This weekly supply zone that has given aggressive selling, that has given aggressive selling, that two recorded selling that lasted for almost 6 7 months. It hardly happened 28 years ago in the history of India. तो इतना सेलिंग प्रेशर जब आया, हाउ कैन आई इग्नोर दिस एरिया? दिस एरिया इज बेस्ट ऑफ द बेस्ट एरिया टू डू सेल विद. प्राइस यहां से भी रिएक्ट होके नीचे आ सकती है, बट दिस इज द ओरिजिन. दिस इट शुड नॉट बी इग्नोर्ड. This it should not be ignored. So what I have to choose? What if I have to choose any one amongst these two? I will see the buying pressure, how the buying pressure is coming. See, if this monthly candle ends up anywhere above this monthly supply zone, trust me, even this area is not going to last for many days. Reason being, this area will prove its strength, and if we get closing like somewhat like this, तो उसके बाद हम निफ्टी में बैक टू बैक मल्टीपल डिमांड जोन्स देखेंगे. एज वी कैन सी, वन हेयर इन वीकली, वन हेयर इन वीकली. एंड इफ इट क्लोज अबाउट लाइक दिस, यहाँ से ऊपर क्लोज हो गया, तो कितनी लैग आउट हुई? एक्सप्लोसिव वाली वन, another with a gap up, the third one, and the fourth one will breach this monthly demand, monthly supply zone, and will give closing above this. just I'm taking an example, I don't know whether it will happen or not, but what if it happens? Then trust me, the demand zone that it will be formed here, or if any daily demand zone that is here, like this red candle, this is going to perform something fantabulous. So when again price will approach to this area, as it is closer to the quarterly demand zone, this demand zone is very much close to this quarterly demand zone. I am definitely going to buy this area. Why I should not? This is how you have to reject and select other trades. Okay, why not this area? Why not this demand zone? Why not this demand zone? Why the lower one? Because lower one is coinciding. This is not coinciding. And moreover, as we can clearly see, there it was a base candle, then it there it was a gap up candle. This could have been कि ये प्राइस यहीं पर ही ओपन होता और ये कैंडल ऐसे भी तो फॉर्म हो सकती थी. तो ये बेस कैंडल ना होके ग्रीन एक्साइटिंग कैंडल होती, देन दिस वुड नॉट हैव बीन अ डिमांड जोन. प्लीज मेरी बात को ध्यान रखिएगा, मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, इस बात को बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंटली समझिएगा. दिस कुड हैव बीन कि ये कैंडल जो गैप अप हुई है, गैप अप ना हो करके दिस कैंडल कुड हैव बीन ओपनड एट हेयर, और ये एक ग्रीन कैंडल की फॉर्मेशन हो जाती इस तरीके से. तो क्या आप इसे डिमांड जोन मानते? द आंसर इज नो. But why this is the demand zone? Because price is moving upward. Then there it was a fight between buyer and seller, and here the fight continued. And from here, the price reversal took place, and price went to all-time high. And if this price breaches this monthly supply zone too, I am pretty much sure कि इस मंथ इस डेली के डिमांड जोन में इतनी पावर है कि इसने इस मंथली के सप्लाई जोन को भी ब्रीच कर दिया. That means this is powerful, this is coinciding, I should play this level. This is how you have to select the levels. और जब आप इस लोअर लेवल को सिलेक्ट कर रहे हो तो इसका मतलब इसके आसपास के बाकी के लेवल्स को आप रिजेक्ट कर रहे हो. This is how you have to trade. This is how you have to manage your risk and reward. And just by keeping smaller things into mind, you can become an excellent trader. And from right now, you are allowed to take trades. You can take trades at your own. You can discuss the charts after taking 5 trades कि मैंने 5 ट्रेड ली, पांचों की पांचों स्टॉप लॉस हो गई, पांचों के पांचों टारगेट आ गए, दो के टारगेट आए, तीन के नहीं आए, चार के आ गए, एक का नहीं आया, चार स्टॉप लॉस हो गए, whatsoever the result is. But after every 5 trades, please share your study with me, please share your research with me, so that together we could do the improvisation. The more you will discuss with me, the more I would be able to add on the values. I'm not saying I'm expert or I'm genius, I can do each and everything. But yes, I have a bit more experience than all others, those who are listening. On at least on chart parts. I'm not saying I'm good in fundamental analysis or anything else. But yes, chart parts I can do better. So please, if you will share, we would be able to increase the accuracy level of our trade, and it's going to be something beautiful. It's really going to give us something really incredible results that we have not even thought about. So that's all from my side, and it was a smaller class. If you have any doubts, please do ask. If you have any doubts, please do ask. No doubts.
No, sir.
No,
Thank you
fine with
so
me.
much for listening me patiently. Have a good night. Thank you. I
Good
will
night,
start
sir.
And
anything in a while. Thank you.
You are.
good night, everyone.
Good night.